Hey guys, what's up? Good morning. My name is Gigi if you're new here, and if you're one of my 383 subscribers, you already know what the fuck is good. Welcome back to my channel. I feel like I've been away for a minute, but I haven't. And I feel like I procrastinated, but I haven't. I always upload on Sunday. You guys know this, if you're already like familiar with my channel or follow me or whatever. I uploaded a video on Sunday. I thought it was a very fun video. It was a very honest video. Let me just put this, because I got some tea for you guys. That was really corny. So I uploaded a video on Sunday and it was like very like Tana Mojo inspired. I still want to like experiment with my YouTube channel and what I do here and what I post here. And I just uploaded a very honest and blunt and like reckless storytime video, because I did a poll on Twitter and I asked you guys like, what do you want to see next? You guys chose a reckless storytime video. So I uploaded the most reckless storytime video ever of me in a club with like famous people, or like talked about drugs and using drugs, and unwillingly I incorporated people with that story time that maybe like don't even want to be in that story time, you know what I mean? Or I don't know, I was just very honest about the situation. And I also signed the NDA, which was like stupid as fuck. So I was like laying in my bed, I already uploaded the video, everything was fine. I was like, whatever, it's funny. The video was going pretty fast. I had like 100 views in like an hour, and then all of a sudden, middle of the night, my phone rings. It's like going off like crazy. It was like, hello? And I just got someone's like screaming at me like, you're gonna take that video down right now. If you ever want to get booked, you need to like get that video off the internet. You're talking about famous people and you're talking about people in situations in clubs, and you're talking about supermodels. You should not put it on there. And I was like, okay, but it's honest, and I'm just like talking about my experience. No, if you want to get a big fat lawsuit, put it on there, otherwise you need to delete. I'm just gonna listen to this person because I mean, she's right in a way. And I think like the whole like Tana Mojo thing is just not gonna work for my channel. And so I get it, I took that video down, it's on private. I'm still uploading every Sunday, so we're just gonna do a new storytime video for you guys, a new Paris storytime video. This one's gonna be more wholesome. I also have videos, I can call anybody's name. Don't even think they would mind. So yeah, I don't even need to think about this twice. So you're gonna have another Paris storytime video. I've been in Paris a couple times, so we're gonna have a few storytime videos about Paris. This storytime is gonna be about the time I went to Paris knowing nobody, and I went back with a whole group of new friends. Welcome to a new video. This story time is about the time I went to Paris knowing nobody and coming back with a whole bunch of new people that I knew and really appreciate. It's honestly like one of the best weekends of my life, to be honest. Like it was just very spontaneous and just filled with a lot of like crazy good stuff actually, and meeting people with such good energy. So I met this guy. It all starts back in London. I have a few story times in London as well, but it all started back in London when I went to Black Pride, and I met this guy from New York. Whatever, I met this guy in London. I met this guy from New York in London. I know the story. And he was working on an art exhibition in Paris, and he was like, yo, I need a DJ. Do you want to help me out? I was like, cool, we need to support Black artists. Let's just like support each other, and I'll do it if you can find me a place, if I can like stay at your place or whatever. If you can just like find an accommodation, it's fine. It was like, I arranged a place and I'm helping you out for free, at least like fix an accommodation for me, right? So he was like, cool, I fixed a place for you. I arranged a place for you to stay. Here's a contact, and that's all gonna be fine. So I went to Paris with no worries. He got my tickets, everything, and I went to Paris. Didn't know what I was gonna end up in, what situation, or how it was gonna be. I just went to Paris with an open mind and an open heart, and I arrived at Paris, and these two angels were waiting for me. I'm just gonna insert the photo. I'm so glad I have everything in my phone, because the moment I arrived, I took a picture of them because I was like, I wanna have this as a memory. Literally, like these two angels, Manon and Diane, were waiting for me. And just look at them, just take a minute, take it in, look at them. Such good energy, such good like, just like beacon of light. And it was like, oh cool, this is so nice, they're really nice. We instantly connected, and we just talked a little bit, like, oh, introduce ourselves. Like, hey, I'm Gigi, Diane, this is Manon. Manon is like Diane's best friend, and we just talked about like getting to know each other a bit. So we went to the metro and we had a little talk, and she was like, and we were like getting to know each other, and at a certain point she was like, so what happened to your Airbnb? And I was like talking, and all of a sudden I was like, Airbnb? And she was like, yeah, your Airbnb got canceled, right? And I was like, Airbnb got canceled? And I was just saying it out loud. I was like, and I just told her, I was like, no, my Airbnb didn't cancel. I asked this guy if he could arrange a place for me to stay because I'm helping him out. And she looked at her friend, and her friend looked back at her like, and I was standing there like, and instantly I was like, fuck, this is gonna be awkward. What am I gonna do? I was in the middle of Paris on our way to recruit, thought everything was arranged, and I was put in this like really like uncomfortable situation. You know how I feel, why would you do that?
Know how I feel, why would you say that? Like, you put me in such an uncomfortable situation. Like, you know I'm not happy, you know I'm trying to see if it'll work out here, and I know that it's not.
I was put in such an uncomfortable situation, and she instantly was like, wait, okay, that's not the story that I heard. So what happened was, the guy that booked me, or that I was like helping out with this exhibition, he made up this fucking story that I rented an Airbnb and it got canceled last minute and I didn't have a place to stay, making me look crazy. Okay, like, I'm staying at this like girl's place. I thought everything was arranged. I was like, oh, she's part of the exhibition, blah blah blah. So I felt like, what am I gonna do? I was like, I'm so sorry, like I didn't know. I just told her the story. I was like, well, this happened. I just asked him I need a place to stay because I'm helping him out with the exhibition. So I just told her the story, and she was like, you know what, we're kind of hitting it off. The energy is okay. The energy's like, we instantly clicked when we just saw each other, and it was just, the energy was so good, and she just felt comfortable. She was like, okay, you know what, do not worry, you can stay at my place, we'll figure it out. I'm gonna have a conversation with this person. So I felt super uncomfortable. So we came at her place. It was like a really spacious apartment in Paris with amazing views on the top floor, and she just said, you know, put your bags down and don't worry, I feel like we're kind of hitting it off, so we're just gonna see where it goes, how it goes. And then like we went into the night. She went to like rehearse a bit. I got all my stuff, my DJ stuff, and like got dressed, and then I went over there. We didn't say anything. She also said like, Dan said like, don't say anything. I'm just gonna have this talk with him because you do not have to have this talk with him. I'm gonna have this talk with him. So the night, the exhibition, it was a very fun night. Eventually I met like Musha, a very good producer out in Paris, and I met this other DJ, and we just had like fun. It wasn't like super busy or anything. We just had fun, but obviously there was something like brewing. And it was the fact that we were like put in this uncomfortable situation. But like we had a good night. I met all of Diane's friends. I met her ex that was kind of jealous because he thought I was dating her. Said I was like, who's this guy? He's like pretty cute. And she was like, oh, you think it's cute? Yeah, that's my ex-boyfriend. Like, that's my ex-boyfriend. She's like, oh shit, never mind. And he was like, yeah, I think he thinks we're dating or something. So he was like being kind of rude or something. It was just like, hey, you know, what's up, blah blah blah. So that was cool. Eventually, that was all cool. We went home and went to sleep at like 2 or something. And then the next day we woke up and she was like, you know what? We had like a talk, we had like some tea or something, and she was like, someone's coming up. She said, listen, G, I'm going to my atelier. If you want to, we're really hitting it off. Like, if you want to, you can stay here, like stay how long you want to, and you can stay here, leave your bags here, it's all good. I'm gonna go to my atelier, maybe we can meet up, maybe we can link up later. She gave me the key, call me when you need to like go into the place and we'll meet up, and it's fine. So instantly I felt like a weight lifted off my shoulder because you really hit it off. I think that night even we almost like fell asleep in each other's arms or like on each other's lap or whatever. It was just like I knew her. It was just like I knew her for a very long time. She is, Diane and Manon and all of her friends are such a like powerful women, especially like beacon of light, very creative. Diane, she's a performance artist. She did a performance that night as well. She's an amazing performance artist, producer, singer, songwriter. She paints as well. Just very creative, all around creative, and wants to express it in any way possible. And I could really relate to that, inspired by her, and like what a powerful woman she is, honestly. Genuine, open, and like, yeah, it's weird because she's real. Like, if I think about some of the very special people that I met in my life and what like special moments I have, this weekend is most definitely at like the top two, I think, of like this like great experience I had, because just imagine you going to some place and don't know where you're gonna end up in, what kind of situations, what kind of people you're set up, and you just go there with like the best intentions, and then like all this amazing stuff happens. It's just like crazy to me. She went to her atelier to paint or something, and I had the day off in Paris. I'm gonna insert some videos and clips because I documented everything. And I went to I went to Palais de Tokyo, which is a museum in Paris. And after like going to an exhibition, there's a very famous bridge from Palais de Tokyo to the Eiffel Tower with like a lot of like, keychains you've seen in the movies in Sex and the City or whatever. And I was standing on that bridge and I was looking onto the Eiffel Tower and just like soaking in the moment, just being in there. And this amazing, this girl walks by with these Gucci platforms and just looking all good, and I just gave her a compliment. I was like, hey, I was really in the moment, and I just saw her walking by, and I was like, hey, you look really amazing, like that's a like you look. I was just giving her a compliment about her outfit. She was like, thanks, like you look good too, blah blah. And we just started to talk a little bit, and I was like, do you maybe want to like grab a coffee or something? And mind you, like Eiffel Tower in the back, every like boats in the water. It's such a like amazing day. The sun was shining, like glistening on the water. The sun was shining, and she was like, yeah, sure, let's just go. And I had like the most amazing lunch. We had like some wine near the Eiffel Tower, and we just started to get to know each other. Her name is Chelsea. And we just like hit it off, and I was like, what is this weekend? This is so crazy. She was like, this didn't happen this didn't happen like out of nowhere, and it really felt like universe like plopped somewhere and boop. I was like, yo, go have an amazing day with this person. And we got to know each other. She's from South Africa. We talked about how she ended up in Paris, what she was doing here, what I did in Paris at the moment. We talked about blackness, we talked about queerness, we talked about everything, and really just getting to know each other. And it was like such a good energy. I'm so glad I have this on film, because even thinking about it, it's like so like something from out of a movie, like literally. And we just like hit it off, and I was meeting all these amazing people. I was like, what's happening? And I met her at 4, and we were still out at like 10 or something. That's how great it was. And Diane like sent me like a text, and she was like, yo, we're just having dinner in the center, drop by if you want to. And we just had like some wine and talked about, I met another friend of her, just also a very creative individual, and just a strong woman. Like she's the type of woman, we had dinner one time, and she just like, I made a comment, and I was like, oh, that's such a like pussy thing to do. And she like literally just like grabbed my hand, and she was like, pussy is power, don't say that, do not say that. And I was like, yo, she's right. And since that moment, like literally I never said it again because she is so right. And these are the type of like powerful women that I love, like very standing on their own, powerful. And you're like, I was having a dinner with all these like amazing women of color, just a very diverse table in the middle of Paris, talking about blackness, queerness, racism, feminism, friendships, life, spirituality, just all these it was so like out of a movie. That's why I'm glad I'm started YouTube, because I've been in these predicaments, and if I think back on it, it's like literally, it's like out of a movie. And we had such an amazing talk. On the night from the exhibition, I met some guy from New York, and he used to hit me up after I went DJing. I was like, yo, I don't know what you're doing, but I'm having a drink with one of my friends, do you want to join? So I left the friend, and then went for a drink in Paris in the middle of the night, a couple of drinks, and then I like end up at home at like 2 or something. And then the next day, I'm gonna insert in the next video, because it's a lot that happened this weekend. And I just want to tell you guys some special memories, and just show you guys and document it and have it online for, I don't know, later, just to just look back on. Because thinking back about all these experiences, I don't want to have it just in my phone. I want to share it with you guys, because these were like so magical and like crazy. And if I think back about it, I'd almost have goosebumps, and I think you guys would have it too. So there's gonna be a part 2 from this story time, there's gonna be a part two. Anyways, if you like this content, most definitely do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to keep updated with everything that I post. And I'll see you guys in the next video, the next story time. I'm thinking about doing more videos, maybe 2 videos a week, because I think like 1 week story time, like 1 week story time again.